So, in our art, a modern is going to struggle with the techniques are just material. They're just skeletal alignment, musculature, biomechanics, and leverage. Okay? Of course, you have that large and ever-growing group of Aikido people who are doing some sort of choreographed dance. We have to not talk about them. They don't have these issues, so they don't make those misunderstandings that I just described. Okay? Anatomical alignment, muscular biomechanics, leverage, these things are part of the arts. But they are not the whole of the art. There is an energetic or an internal aspect to the art. All of those things are material. They're external because they're material. I can see them, I can feel them, I can touch them. Okay? I can see them. It's a material. Why is it so dominating our art? Because we live in the age of material secularism. And we're just seeing ourselves everywhere. It's just egocentrism. Okay? The internal aspects of the art are called kokyu and aiki. They follow the same yin-yang theory because the art is based in yin-yang. So they are interrelated. They are from the same source. They are codependent, but they are not exactly the same thing. And they are not any of the aforementioned. Okay? Just like every form, your end goal is to transcend form. Your end goal is to free yourself from the mechanism or the vessel of introduction. So I'm going to use a drill to introduce kokyu and aiki, but kokyu and aiki are not restricted to the drill. If your kokyu and aiki can only manifest in the drill, I would tell you, you're not understanding kokyu and aiki. Okay? Just like if your techniques, if your self-defense applications or your professional utilization of the art is restricted to a Kihon Waza, I'm going to tell you, you don't understand the Kihon Waza. Okay? That's just the vessel of introduction. The most efficient way of learning kokyu and aiki is to start with kokyu. From kokyu, aiki comes because of their interrelatedness. Okay? You don't get aiki first. I haven't seen it. I myself didn't work it that way. And even though the art is called Aikido, you're not doing Aikido for a very long time because you're not doing aiki. Okay? First, you have to develop kokyu. The vessel of introduction here is going to be, I'm going to establish a ground vector. I'm going to align my weight as a resistance, you see, as a force, as an energy, on my midfoot vector. Your midfoot is in the middle of your foot, so it's not on this side towards the big toe, not towards the little toe. It is in the middle of my foot, and it is slightly behind where the ball of the foot is. So you're not on the ball of your foot. It's right here. Okay? If you want, you can think of it where Jesus got nailed. That's where it goes. Okay? I'm going to put my mass, my weight, because it's energy, I'm going to put it on that alignment. You're going to have to bend your knees, fix your head, fix your arms, so that it stays on there. Okay? This is going to be drill 1. You can move your arms, and you're going to see, like, if I don't adjust knees and hips, then it's coming off of that. You see that? So once you get it static, okay, there. I want you to slowly move, and you're going to have to move different parts of your body to keep your weight on that nail. Do you understand? You can go really slow, you can move your head, but you're going to keep the weight always on that part. Okay? All right, drill one. So right now, your material mind is thinking, well, yeah, I can stand straight over that, and it makes sense that the weight is dropping down onto my midfoot. But if you pay attention, this weight is not over your midfoot, which is why it's starting to pull me over. So I can take this energy, the resistance, the weight, the gravitational pull on my hand, and I can shift it onto my midfoot. Do you see? Such that it's just pressing down my midfoot now. You want to free your mind that you can only align energy in straight lines. Okay? So that, okay, weight over midfoot, yeah, okay. No, you were doing it just fine. The actual weight line is over here, but you move different parts of your body to get back to midfoot vector. In the same way, if I'm doing the shoulder press, and the bar is starting here, let's just get to the top. You're like, oh yeah, I understand midfoot. You see? But you can take the bar and move, and you're going to see if I don't adjust, what's going to happen? It's going to take me forward. So I can take again a not directly aligned force and make it go on my midfoot. I can put it down the same way. Midfoot, midfoot, midfoot. I'll go off of midfoot calibration and watch what's going to happen. You see? Well, I calibrate it still midfoot, 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 midfoot. And just hanging out here. Same thing goes on something a little bit more dynamic. It's now not linear. I do the same thing. Pick it up. Right now my weight is on my midfoot. If I stop calibrating, it's going to make me go forward. Midfoot, 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 up, midfoot, 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 boom, midfoot, up, boom, hop, midfoot. Okay? So force does not have to be, or energy does not have to be in a direct alignment to midfoot. Okay? Here is energy, his push. I can align this energy to go on the midfoot of the back leg. Okay? So he's pushing, and I feel the back leg grounding. He's just pushing the back leg down. Contrast with that would be what I call a bracing angle. Here's where you have an exact opposite energy pushing into him. Do you see that? That already you have left the art, because this is a competing angle. That means I'm contesting him. When I have the internal aspect and he's pushing, do you see? I'm not competing with him. His energy is passing through me, and you don't even need both legs down. He's just pushing me down. Okay? Do you see that? We'll go on the other side to get it on both sides of our body. So I take this energy, just like the non-aligned vertical energy, I'm now taking a non-aligned lateral energy and putting it on the back foot, the midfoot, align that, and you'll feel it press down. He's pushing me down. If I stop calibrating, what's going to happen? And once you get yourself there, you can test for it. Well, he's just pushing me down. I can feel, oh, wow. It's getting heavier, and then you can see that you don't need the front leg. Okay? Again, as I said, the vessel of introduction is not what you ultimately want to end up with. If you look at this conceptually, I can take any energy, even the one, any not aligned directly with my midfoot, and transfer that weight to my midfoot. Does that make sense? Well, in the same way, this energy of my mass is not at all involved with the process. You can do the same thing. You could change it. Okay? Do you see it? If I'm taking his energy and grounding it, it doesn't, this energy too of my posture is not what I'm dependent upon. Okay? But we're going to start with the vessel, the introductory vessel. Keep your mass pressed onto the midfoot, then take his energy and press it onto the midfoot of the back foot. Okay? Let's try it. So there is another skill that you need prior to this, but we're moving into this part, okay? And one of them is that you can actually hold your four corners in relationship. So I have my hips and my shoulders are in relationship, and that you can extend that down to your knee and your foot, okay? So if I don't have that skill, when he goes to push, he's turning me, and the energy's going around me, it's a little harder for us that can't keep our four corners in alignment or in relationship to ground the energy here, because it's spilling out through my right shoulder. Do you see that? That energy is supposed to go here. Okay? His energy is going down. His energy is coming in and going down. Just like the energy of my mass is going down, his energy is doing the same thing. It is hitting a superior body, the planet. Okay? It is going to be the energy that is displaced, not the planet. I'm not going to move the planet. Okay? So it's very much similar to a ball that hits a superior mass. It'll change directions. Okay? In the same way that I can take any energy, not just one in direct alignment, but oriented back on the midfoot, I can take that rebounding energy and rebound it at any angle that I need. Okay? But we're going to start with the easy one. Just straight back out. Just like this ball is doing it. Do you see? Unlike the ball, I have lots of joints and fluids and things like that, and that's why I could do something different than the ball could do. If you change this ball so it's not like this shape and it has many different angles, you're going to see that it too can change the angle different from how it hit the ground. Okay? So, I'm going to aim the energy that he's given me. It's going down, down, and I'm holding it down because I'm the one that's putting it on the midfoot. I'm going to aim it back through his center. I'm just going to shift my weight. Boom. So again, if he's coming at me and I shove him back, that would be contestation because that's my energy against his energy. But in pre-modern understanding, that was, when I projected him, that was his energy, not my energy. So technically, I'm not contesting him. Okay? So it's his energy. Let it go down. And then as you go to move forward, that's more energy. Make that energy go down and conjoin with his energy. And now you can project out. If you go like this, that's going to be contestation. That's material, okay? Not energetic. I want like the ball. The ball did not compress and get ready to bounce. Do you see? The ball just stayed the ball and let the earth displace it. Same thing here. He's pushing down and boom. Boom. Keep it at this visible level for now, okay? He's pushing down, take your movement down too, and then push onto that ground pattern, and you're going to get him to displace. Okay? All right, let's try that. Again, this is a vessel of introduction, right? It's not self-defense, so you don't have to go, who would grab you like that? Okay? Who would stand there like that? That is just idiotic, okay? What I'm doing is simplifying and idealizing the environment for skill development, okay? That's what you're doing. So, he's not an opponent. He's not someone that's trying to grab me to punch me. He's not even someone who likes and wants to hold my hand. He is no different than the ball or the barbell. Do you see? The barbell and the ball had no emotional investment in me. It's just a tool, okay? When you go, let's say here, oh, this looks like what I know. This looks like what I know, right? It's the same thing. I have my energy. I would have his energy. Do you see? That's his mass. I'm going to send that energy down into the ground, and I would use that, boom, to do the same exact projection. Do you see? And now the idiot can go, I recognize that. Okay, but you can't do it because all you would do is hit the surface of the guy with shoulder, muscle strength, hip rotation. Okay? This is how you learn it. So he is more like a very sophisticated slam ball or barbell. Okay? So he's giving me energy. He's pushing down. He's very alive. And there's all this micro shifting that's happening in him. And all that has to go down. I don't have to do that with a ball or a barbell, do you see? This is a much more sophisticated training device. So when I go to displace, he's not an opponent. He's a resistance. He's energy. And I displace that. Obviously, you can see the energy projecting into him. If we'll do it, we'll switch it. Okay, I'm the training energy. I'm getting him, I can feel he's in the ground now. I'm just pushing on the planet right now. And he goes to do it, and I go like this. Do you see? I absorb the energy in my shoulder and my elbow. Do you get it? So the duration at which he projects my mass is about maybe that long. I'll show you what I mean. So that's the question, is how long is he doing the drill is related to how much skill he's developing. It would be the difference between you train 1 hour once a week or you train 6 hours a day. You're going to get more repetitions in the drill. You're going to be much more skilled. So if his actual drill is, we'll try to go slow. So he's got my mass. Now he's going to put my mass, and his movement energy into that same, that's about it. Then I start to go like this. He's not in the drill anymore. You see? I'm not training him. So again, it would be like you bought a barbell and you're going to do bench press, and you got the weird one where you put all the weight on there, and then the part that you push up just goes up and the weights stay on the, like, you're not going to get strong that way. You're not going to, you got ripped off. That's a bad barbell. Okay? Same way, if you have a uke, who is a training device, and your uke goes like this, that's a bad barbell. That's not a good uke. You want to feel and let yourself be projected. He goes, lock, boom. Okay? So don't absorb the energy in the arm. We're not fighting. I'm not countering him. I am a very dynamic, very sophisticated, energetic resistance tool. Okay? I'm pushing. He goes. Okay, let's try it.